This is part 5 of a tutorial on how to complete your USB power supply case. So here we go. I'm at this point now. I have my screw holes in my top, and if I just come up here to hidden lines and actually zoom a bit, you can see they're actually there. So you can see each screw. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll just go back to shading here. Sorry, go back to shading with edges. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open the bottom piece and put the screw holes in the bottom piece. I'm going to click on base, right mouse click, open, and it'll open up. And what I'm going to do is put in my 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my computer's locked up for a second. So while we're waiting for this, what I need to remember is that from the side, the top and the side, I am 0.2 away. And then I'll draw the first one, and then what I'll do is mirror it to the other side and then the bottoms. Okay, there we go. So we'll start with clicking on the surface, and then I'll click on extrude, and of course the same menu comes up as usual. And this time around I'm going to go a circle, and I'm going to zoom in a bit here and hold the shift key down, and I'm going to hold the alt key down now, and I'm going to click on this. Actually, I'll just click on this here as a reference spot, and I'll put my circle in and select OK. And this circle I'm going to make it as a default of 0.125 or 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is move it so it's only 0.2 away from the edge. So I click on the normal dimension, click on the center, the outside line, and then center mouse click. And I'm going to come up with this error again because right now the circle is trying to stick to the curve. So I'm going to delete that constraint and basically take this and change it to 0.2, and then I'll do the exact same dimension again. So click from here up to here, make sure I get the right spot, and change that to 0.2, and it gets my hole in place. Click on OK, and there's my hole now. Okay, now what I want to do is mirror it to the other 4 spots. So I select my center line, and I'll select one there. I'm going to hold the shift key down on the center scroll so I can get another center line here. So I got my center line there. And now I just highlight, mirror, across my center line is that one, highlight both of them, and then mirror across this center line. And now when I scroll down a bit, there you go, there's all 4. I'll scroll out a tiny bit, select OK, and you'll see they extrude the wrong way, so I'm going to reverse them, remove the material, and I'm going to go to just the other side. So there's my 4 holes, and I'll click OK. Now the last part is when the screws go in, I want them to be set flush. So what I can do is select the chamfer tool, and when I select each one of these, I'm going to hold the control key down and select the next one. I'm going to scroll up a bit here, select this guy here by holding the control key down. Oops, there we go. And there we go. And what that does, it gives me my chamfer, so when the screws go in, they sit flush. And if I want to change them, I can change them up here. It's a point. Maybe let's go 0.6. Okay. Or no, that's way too big. So how about 0.6? Try that again. No, sorry, 0.06. That might work better. There we go. Okay. So now I have my chamfered holes and everything set up. So I select OK, and you can see the parts now. That's my base. And I'm going to save this thing, and then hopefully I will have a a fully assembled project. So of course, clicking save, my my computer is going to lock up on me here. So we're just going to wait for it for a second, and as we're waiting, we're going to decide that at any point in time you can actually modify this. So if you want to change the hole sizes or anything else, we can always come back and do that later. So what you might find out is that, oh geez, something doesn't fit right. So I'm going to click OK to save it. I'm going to close this, and now when I come back to here, you're going to notice, uh-oh, now I got a problem, because now the holes are on the wrong side. Okay, so I got 2 options here. One is I can go back and put the holes from the other side, or the chamfers from the other side, or I can just take this part, right mouse click, and I'm going to go edit definition, and I'm going to take my coincidences, and I'm actually going to delete a couple of them. So if I delete this one here, okay, and I go delete, what I can do now is I can actually take this, move it, okay, and can I rotate this one yet? No, I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this coincidence over here, go delete, and now what it does, lets me rotate it, but that's the wrong way because those things match up. So instead I'm going to delete the last coincidence, And now I have the option to just flip it the right way around, so I'm going to flip it this way around. And all I do is go back and line them up again. So click on this guy to there, click this guy to there, and then I say this surface here to that surface there, and I'm back to normal, and that's everything's set up right. So click on OK, and now when I zoom in, you can actually see that my holes all line up, okay, and everything's set and ready to go. So that completes the tutorial on how to make your box. And again, at any point in time, if I need to, I can go back and adjust the width of the slots, or the distance across, or the hole depth, hole size, even the entire box. Like if I wanted this taller, all I do is click on it, open it, and loft it higher just to fix a problem if it doesn't fit right. And again, make it a bit wider, both pieces, and I'm done. So we'll stop there, and we'll get back to how to take it from here into the 3D program. And I'll save it.